Hello students, as in the last lecture we saw how to express the following in the form of a plus bi, where a and b belongs to r. Okay, I hope you all understood how to find the answer. Okay, by using rationalize whenever the sum it is based on numerator upon denominator. Okay, and whenever you have two bracket. Okay, even the question number 7th also I guess you all understood. And I showed one trick to find the value in just fraction of a second. By using this method you can find your values of I raised to 8, I raised to 9. Okay, I hope you all understood this all sums. So let's move on to the next one. As in this lecture we're gonna see some few more sums. Okay, so as the next question says that show that minus 1 plus root 3 I the whole cube is a real number. That means we have to show that this part this part is a real number. The final answer of this part is a real number. Real number means what? A number without I is a real number, yes or no? If a number contain I is an imaginary number, a number without I is known as what? A real number. So the final answer of this question, it should contain number without I. If you are getting the number without I, so we can say that it is a real number. So let's see. As clearly we can say that this part look like what? This formula A plus B the whole cube. So what is the formula? It is A cube plus 3 a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Yes or no? So in place of a we'll write minus 1. In place of b we'll write root 3i. Okay, so let's see. So minus 1 plus root 3i the whole cube. As we have to find the answer for this, so we'll write here equal to. So first one is a cube, so we'll write minus 1 cube plus 3 into a square, so minus 1 square into b. What is there in place of b? It is root 3i plus 3 into a is what? Minus 1 b square, so square of this part root 3i the whole square plus b cube root 3i the whole cube. Okay, so the next part minus 1 cube is what? Minus 1 plus 3 into minus 1 square is what? Positive root 3 I will keep as it is. Okay, then 3 will be same. This plus minus will be what? Minus, yes or no? Okay, understood? After this root 3 square, so we know that root 3 square will be what? We can write as root 3 into root 3, and root 3 into root 3 is what? 3. So this part we can write as 3, and I square will be what? I square, yes or no? Plus. Okay, then what about this root 3 the whole cube? Root 3 the whole cube we can write as root 3 into root 3 into root 3. Okay, so we know that root 3 into root 3 will be what? 3, and this root 3 will be same as it is. We cannot do because it is an irrational number. So root 3 cube we can write as what? 3 root 3. I hope this basic part you all might be knowing how to solve this part. Okay, so root 3 cube we can write as what? 3 root 3. 3 root 3, and I we can write as I cube. Okay, so now the next part will be what? Wherever you see I square, I cube will replace the value. So we know that I square is equals to what? Minus 1, and I cube is equals to what? Minus I. So minus 1 plus 3 into 1 into root 3i minus 3 into 1 into 3. In place of I square we'll write minus 1 plus 3 root 3. In place of I cube we'll write minus I. Okay, so the next part minus 1 plus, just simply multiply this, so what you will get, 3 root 3i. This minus minus will be what, plus, 3 3s are 9, 9 ones are 9, yes or no? This minus minus will be what, plus, 3 ones are 3, 3 3s are 9, yes or no? Then plus minus, this will be what, minus, and this part when you will multiply, so here you will get 3 root 3i. Okay, I hope you all understood the sum till here. Simply you have to check this part look like what, it look like a plus b the whole cube. So I had applied the formula, a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube, and rest you must know how to solve this root square root cube, yes or no? Okay, so we got the answer till here. So next part, clearly we can see that here we are getting the same term with the opposite symbol, so we can cancel this part. So here we left with minus 1 plus 9. So what is minus 1 plus 9? Here you will get 8. So can I say here the final answer, we got 8, and that 8 is what, without I. So we know that a number without I is known as what, a real number, yes or no? A number without I is known as what? It is an real number. So hence it is proved. It is proved that minus 1 plus root 3i the whole cube is a real number. Simply you have to show. Let it be whether you are getting 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15. But see to it that the final answer it should be without I. But for this sum, the perfect answer will be what? 8. Okay, so here we got 8, and the 8 is what, without I. So hence we can say that this question which was given show that it is perfect, it is an real number. Okay, then let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here we have the next sum. We have to find the value of this part. It is very simple, just simply you have to replace the value of I raised to 6, I raised to 7, I raised to 11. And yesterday only, in the last lecture only, I had explained how to find the answer by using this trick, 1 minus 1 I minus I, yes or no? So here it will be odd 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, and this is 12, then goes on, and this number are what, they are the power of I. As we have to find I raised to 6, clearly we can see that 6 comes here, so I raised to 6 it will be what, minus 1. Then we have to find I raised to 7. 7 come this side. So I raised to 7 will be what? Minus I. Then after that I raised to 11. Okay. It is on you. By using this trick also you can find your answer in just fraction of second. Or else you break the I raised to 6 as I raised to 4 into I square, or I cube into I cube. It is on you. Okay. So this by this trick also directly you can write your answer. Okay. No problem. The next I raised to 11. 11 in place of 11 it is what, minus I. So here we got the answer of I raised to 6, I raised to 7, I raised to 11. Rest it is very simple, take the value, substitute in the given question, and rest bracket expansion bracket open. I guess you all might be knowing how to solve this part. Here we have one bracket, second and third bracket, just bracket open and bracket open, that's it. And the final answer, see to that it should be in the form of a plus bi. The final answer, it should be in the form of a plus bi. Okay, I hope the rest part you can solve by yourself. Please take this sum as homework. Okay, try this sum by yourself. Okay, so now we'll see how to find the answer whenever the power of I it is more than 10, 20, 30, 40 like that. Okay, suppose if we want to find I raised to 35, if you want to find I raised to 93, if you want to find I raised to 888, can you imagine you can find this answer by using this trick? Brother, if you want to find 888, it will take a time to see the position 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. Okay, so there is one method. Okay, there is one traditional method that I had already explained. Break this number like 35 we can break as 17 plus 16, it is on you, breaking part. Or there is one more method, whenever it is a fixed method, whenever the value of I power, if it is greater than 20, 30, 40, okay, whatever the answer, if it is greater than 20, simply always you have to divide this number by 4. Okay, always you have to divide this number by 4. Why to divide this number, the power, by 4? There is a reason, because we know that I square value is what? I square value is minus 1. I cube value is what? Minus I raised to 4 is what? 1. Because I raised to 4 is 1. So when you break this number with respect to 4, what will happen? In somewhere you will get I raised to 4. And we know that I raised to 4 is 1. Yes or no? And we know that 1 raised to any power will be equals to 1 only, because I square, 1 square is what? 1. 1 cube is what? 1. 1 raised to 4 is what? 1. 1 raised to 1000 will be what? 1. 1 raised to any power, it will be 1. So that's why I'm saying that you have to break each and every number with respect to 4. So somewhere you will get I raised to 4. That I raised to 4 directly we can write as 1, and 1 raised to any power will be what? 1 only. Yes or no? So we'll see, we'll take one sum, then only you will come to know. Okay, now what is the technique here, how to find the answer? Listen here. So we'll divide this part 35, we'll divide this 35, we'll divide this 35, okay, by 4. In the next case, for 93, we'll divide this 93 by 4. For next, we'll divide this 888 by 4. See the technique. What is the technique here? 4 8s are, it is what? 32. So here we left with what? 3. 4 8 is a 32. Here we left with what? 3. After that, no need to solve any sum. Just stop your answer till here. Okay. Now here 4 divided by 93. So here can I say 4 4 2s are 8. So 1. So here we'll write 3. 4 3s are 12. So here we left with what? 1. Okay. Don't solve the sum further. Don't write the answer in decimal. Stop your answer. Whatever the remainder you get, stop your answer. Okay. So now here 4 2s are 8. Okay, 4 2s are 8. 4 2s are 8. So here 4 222s are, here will get the remainder as 0. Okay. So now, okay. So after division, what exactly you have to do? Okay. Now, can I say this part as dividend? This is what? The divisor. This is the quotient. And here the final answer is what? Remainder. Yes or no? So we know the formula, that is dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Yes or no? So dividend, it was 35, divisor, it is 4, into quotient is what? Quotient, it is 8, remainder here we got 3. For the second sum, the dividend, it was 93, divisor, it was fixed, as I told you have to divide each and every term by 4 only. Quotient, here we got 23, and the remainder, it was 1. For the last one, it was 888, 4 into 222 plus remainder, it was 0. Okay, so the same way here, I raised to 35, we can write this as I raised to 35. We can break this I raised to 35 as I raised to 35. We can break it as I raised to 4 into 8 plus 3. Yes or no? See here, this part is the dividend, divisor into quotient plus remainder. Got the idea what I did? Okay, simply what you have to do, whenever the power of I, that is greater than 20 30, for each and every number you just divide it by 4. After dividing it by 4, apply this formula, dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So we can break this number with respect to using this formula. So consider this 35 as dividend. So dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Understood? So I hope you all understood the first part, the breaking section. After this, what exactly you have to do? Okay, listen here. Here after this we have to apply this formula, a raised to m plus n we can write as what, a raised to m into n, yes or no? Sorry, a raised to m into a raised to n, we know this formula, yes or no? A raised to m into a raised to n is equals to a raised to m plus n. So vice versa, in reverse also, if your plus is there, so we can write this as a raised to m into a raised to n. Got the point? Yes or no? So clearly we can see that here we have plus. So we'll consider this part as m, the second part as n. So in the reverse, we can write as a raised to m into a raised to n, yes or no? So this can be written as I raised to 4 into 8, I raised to 4 into 8 into I raised to 3. So here exactly what I did, I had applied the formula a raised to m into a raised to n equals to a raised to m plus n, or else a raised to m plus n, it can be written as a raised to m into a raised to n. Yes or no? Got the point? Understood? Okay. So after this, can I write this part a raised to m into n as a raised to m the whole raised to n? Okay. So this sum actually I'm solving just by using a basic concept, that is indices formula, and by using one formula which was there in your lower standard, that is dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Initially you will feel the sum is little difficult to solve, but as you will solve some more and more sums, you will feel comfortable and you will used to it, and you will feel that this method is the easiest method to find the answer for whenever the power is more than 20, 30. Okay. So after this can be written as what, I raised to 4 the whole raised to 8 using this formula into I cube. Okay. Further, I raised to 4, we know that I raised to 4 we know that it is 1. So 1 raised to 8 into I cube. And just now only I had explained, you break the number with respect to I raised to 4 with respect to 4, and we know that whenever you will get 1 raised to any power, it will be 1 only, yes or no, into I cube value, we know that it is minus I. So the final answer, 1 into minus I will be what, minus I. So in this way you can, by using breaking this number with respect to 4, you can find your answer. Got the point? Understood? Okay. So we'll take one more sum, then you will come to know that exactly what we have to do here. Okay. So here we'll take I raised to 93. So I raised to 93. So we'll consider this as dividend. So we can break this dividend as I raised to 4 into 23 plus 1. Okay. So by using the formula, which one? A raised to m plus n, we can write as a raised to m into a raised to n. So this we can write as I raised to 4 into 23 into I raised to 1, yes or no? After this we'll apply this formula a raised to m raised to n, that is a raised to m into n, or vice versa, yes or no? So this can be written as I raised to 4 the whole or raised to 23 into I raised to 1, and we know that I raised to 4 is what, 1, and I raised to 1 will be what, I only. Okay, don't replace the value of I by root minus 1, as I'd explained in each and every video. You have to keep the value of I as it is. You have to change only the value of I square, I cube, I raised to 5, yes or no? You will keep the I as it is. Okay. And we know that 1 raised to any number, it will be what, 1 raised to any power, 1 raised to any power will be what, 1 only. So 1 into I, so 1 into I is what, I. So here we got the answer for I raised to 93. I hope you all understood the sums. Yes or no? Okay, so we'll take one more sum, then you will come to know. So suppose if you want to find I raised to 59. So first divide this 59 by 4. 4 ones are 4. So here we left with 1 and 9. 4 5s are 20. So 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16. So you're left with 3. So using the formula dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, we can break this 59. We can write this 59 as 4 into 14 plus 3. Understood? Check 4 into 14 plus 3. You will get 59 only. Yes or no? Got the point? So further this we can write as what? I raised to 59 we can write as what? 4 into 14 plus 3. Yes or no? Further this we can write as I raised to 4 into 14 into I raised to 3 using the formula a raised to m plus n. We can write as a raised to m into a raised to n. Yes or no? Okay. Further we know that this a raised to m into n we can write as a raised to m the whole raised to n. Yes or no? So keep 4 inside always. Okay. I raised to 4 and then 14 into I cube. Okay. So here I raised to 4 is what? 1 raised to 14 into I cube is what? Minus I. So the final answer will be what? 1 raised to 14, any number raised to 1 raised to any number will be what? 1 into minus I. So 1 into minus I will be what? Minus I. So for this I raised to 59, the answer is what? Minus I. So this is the trick method in which you can find your answer. I am not saying this is the only one method from which you can find your answer. There are lots of methods. Whenever I explain any sum, I always use the word for a particular sum. There are many methods. It's all depend on your teacher how he or she will explain the concept. Okay, but I feel this to find whenever the power it is more than 20, 30, 40. This is the simplest method which I feel in which we can able to find our answer, and because of that I had explained this part. Okay, understood? So just remember this 3 4 formulas. Okay, a raised to m into a raised to n is equals to a raised to m plus n, or the reverse. A raised to m the whole raised to n we can write as a raised to m into n, or reverse. Any number raised to 0 we know that it is 1. Okay, a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equals to a raised to m minus n, or reverse. A basic formulas of indices, okay, which was there in your lower standard. And negative number we can write as 1 upon a raised to m. We can make this power positive by using this formula. So these are the small formula which it will help you out to find your answer whenever the power it is more. Okay, so now we'll see for I raised to 888. So here 888 it can be written as what? I raised to I raised to 4 into 222 plus 0. Yes or no? Further, this can be written as I raised to 4 into 222 into I raised to 0 by using the formula. Which one this look like? A raised to m plus n. We can write as what? A raised to m into a raised to n. Yes or no? So we know that I raised to 0, any number raised to 0 is what? 1 in the indices. Yes or no? Just now only we saw. And this we can write as what? I raised to 4 the whole raised to 22 using the formula a raised to m into n as a raised to m the whole raised to n. I raised to 4 is what? 1. Okay, so 1 raised to any power it will be 1, so 1 into 1 the final answer will be 1. So I raised to 888, his answer is what? 1. So in this way you will find your answer, and always break the number, whatever the number here we have, 1000, 10,000, always break the number with respect to 4 only. Why with respect to 4? Because I raised to 4 we know that it is perfect 1, and 1 raised to any power, it will be always 1. So that's why I am saying always break the number with respect to 1 only. Okay, got the point? Understood? Okay, so let's take some few more example. Like suppose if you want to find I raised to 403, so we'll divide this 403 by 4. Yes or no? So here can I say 4 hundreds are 400? Yes or no? So here we're left with what? 3. So when you will divide, you will get this answer. Yes or no? Okay, so 400 z is 400. So here we left with 3. So this dividend we can write as what? Using the formula dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. No need to show this step. Okay, directly we can write 403. We can write as what? Divisor is what? 4 into quotient, here we got 100, plus remainder is what? 3. So 403 we can break as what? 403 we can break as what? 4 into 100. 4 into 100 plus 3. 403 we can break it is what? 4 into 100 plus 3. So consider this as a dividend divisor into quotient plus remainder. I hope you understood how to frame this step, how to find your answer. After this, we know that using the formula a raised to m plus n is equals to a raised to m into a raised to n. This we can write as what? A I raised to 4 into 100 into I cube. Yes or no? Further, using this formula m into n, this we can write as a raised to m the whole raised to n. So further, this we can write as I raised to 4 the whole raised to 100 into I cube. And as we know that I raised to 4 is 1 raised to 100 and I cube is what? Minus I. So 1 raised to any power, it will be 1 into minus I. So here the final answer we got minus I. So I raised to 403, the answer here which we got is what? Minus I. Okay, you apply this method, you apply the breaking method, we can write this 403 using any part, break this number with 202, any method, but still the final answer will be minus I. And see to it that I'm again and again I'm saying there are many methods, it's all depend on the teachers how he or she will explain, but I feel this is the easiest method which in which you can break your answer, you can find the answer by using this formula. Which one? Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Whether the number is 1000, 10,000, okay, in hundreds, see to that always divide the number by 4. Take the divisor as 4. Why I'm saying divisor as 4? Because I raised to 4 we know that it is 1 and 1 raised to any power it will be 1. So that's why I'm saying always check the divisor as 4. Don't take the divisor 2, 3, 6, anything. Always check the fixed divisor for each and every sum, for each and every number, that is 4. And break the number dividend as divisor into quotient plus remainder. Understood? Okay, so now we'll take one more sum. Suppose here minus 403 is there. So now what you will do? I raised to minus 403. So we know that whenever the power is negative, first we'll make the power as positive. So we'll write this as 1 upon I raised to 403 using the formula a raised to minus m equals to 1 upon a raised to m. Yes or no? Always make the power positive using the formula. Then after that the rest part it is same. I raised to 403. 403 we can break it as what? I raised to 4 into 100 plus 3. Yes or no? Further, this I raised to 4 into 100 we can break this as what? Using the formula a raised to m plus n equal to a raised to m into a raised to n. So this we can write as I raised to 4 into 100 into I raised to 3. Yes or no? This is m, this is n. A raised to m plus n, a raised to m into a raised to n. That only I did here. Okay, so after this we can write as a raised to m into n as a raised to m raised to the whole raised to n. Simply what I am doing, I am applying the basic rule of indices and I am finding our answer. And I am using this formula, dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, to find our answer. Just basic thing, by using the basic thing I am finding our answer. Okay, so the rest part will be what? The next, this we can write as I raised to 4 the whole raised to 100 into I cube. We know that I raised to 4 is 1 raised to 100 into I cube is what? Minus I. Okay, so therefore 1 upon 1 raised to any number will be what? 1 only. So 1 into minus I will be what? Minus I. Yes or no? So this can be done as minus 1 upon I. So here for this answer, I raised to minus 403, we got minus 1 upon I. Of course, I raised to 403 is minus I. So I raised to minus 403 will be what? Minus 1 upon I. So in this way you can find your answer, whether the number it is 35, 93, 800, whether it is more than 1000, let it be. Always take the fixed divisor as 4, divide the number, break the number by using this formula, dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, and simply apply the basic indices formula, split 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 split, you will get your answer. I hope you all understood this method. Okay, this is the easiest method I feel that you can able to understand and you can able to solve the sum. Okay, there are many lots of method I am saying. This is not the only one method. The textual method is little different. Okay, it's all depend on the teachers how he or she will explain. So I feel this was the best method which I can express myself. Okay, just try take some more examples, as already there are many sums in the exercise. Take that example, solve by using this method. You will get the confidence how to find the answer whenever the power of I it is in 100, it is in 1000, or it is in 10,000. Just simply break the number with respect to 4 and apply this formula, dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, I hope you all understood all the concept which we had did today. We took two example, two sums. Yes or no? Show that minus 1 plus root 3 I the whole cube is a real number. The final answer it should be without I. I told this sum to solve by yourself, and we saw how to find the I power whenever it is in 100,000 using a different method. Using just basic formula, dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, break the number, and using the indices property. Okay, so the remaining part we'll see in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.